There's no way I'm missing 3 weeks in a row. Things just haven't worked out that good. And this should be like quite a simple thing. I don't think I'll be doing this for long. I'm tired. Things just really haven't worked out good for this. I'm tired. But I got to do something. I wanted to replay this anyway, so I figured, well, I might as well do that line. So I got other things that I want to do, like, and we'll try and get on with those next week. But I'll go into that as we go. So we'll just switch to the view of the machine. We're on the K7, which we know might not be around too much longer, so it seems now would be a good time to do this before this machine goes and dies on us. Now, to faff about with the game and figure out where it stores the save data, and it seems to be in that folder there. So just prove we're on a K7. I've got to do this. You know, this is the thing we do here. I'll reset it so we can get a glimpse at the spec table. But yeah, what I had plans to do. Oh, it's not going to show us that, apparently. That was nice of it. Well, it is the 2800, you know, you recognise it from Manhattan Project, I'm sure. So yeah, what I was going to do this week, I was torn between should I play a new game or should I restart Andy and Layla, because I want to get those alternate paths in it. And so I was leaning more towards I'll play something new fast, but yeah, things just have not worked out, and I'm too knackered where, you know, if I play something new, I'm probably going to get really, really exhausted and end up hating it, even though it's not the game's fault. And if I replay A&L, I'm probably that game's exhausting to play. As much as I love it, those two are mentally exhausting to play. So we'll do some of that simple. We'll do Need for Speed 3. I don't imagine we'll get a lot of hits on this. I don't care. I'm just taking it easy in this one. I had a lot of fun with Heretic when I was doing that, you know, it was not too bad. I was like, should we start Hexen? But that game's tiring to play, so we'll save that for now. Now, what I'm going to do though, I'll try and stream something on Tuesday and Thursday next week. But when I do go back to, when I get to replaying A&L, I'll probably intersperse that with other things, like we'll do the first chapter, and then maybe we'll start Hexen the week after that. I don't know. Something like, anyway, we'll go back and forth, because that's probably going to be like a few weeks worth of streams to get through that. Yeah, Need for Speed 3, though, I think everyone knows it was probably the last really, really good Need for Speed. Everyone's probably got a different opinion on that. The Hot Pursuit mode's pretty bland. We'll do one of those just to warm up, I guess, but I'm more interested in doing the knockout and just unlocking things. Give me my Diablo. Oh, I just kept the colour. That's like my tradition, just to have it in offensive pink. That pink more so, yes. It lulls people into a false sense of security. Let me know if the volume's wrong or anything. I mean, personally, I think it's a bit high, but I can't hear it. I'll put it there. Somewhere around there, I reckon. I swear I look back at these and it's all dreadful and nobody ever tells me, you know. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, your hearing must be a lot different to mine. But yeah, I always have the car pink, and the reason is that it lulls people into a false sense of security, because they think, oh, that guy must be a total sissy, he's no threat to me. And the next thing you know, there's this pink blur speeding past them. Oh, I'm not going to bash on this game, I like this game. I'm doing it because this is taking it easy. Let's not have this on sissy mode. Pursuit assist, I don't know what that does. I'm going to turn that off. I don't want sissy mode. I haven't played this in ages other than like making sure the wheel was working. I'm playing with a wheel, by the way. But I will be doing like the knockout mode. I'm just doing Pursuit to warm up.
2, 1, go!
What is this camera view? Give me fast passing. There we go. So I'll find out pretty soon if I can still drive. Because, I mean, it has been quite a long time. Yeah, I am one-handing it. I probably shouldn't. I'll put both hands on. Shit! As long as you don't stop, you'll be fine. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to keep up with what people have written that quickly in this. Ah, stupid polices. Get out of my way. All I've got to do is not get caught 3 to... I forgot the traffic was on. Oh no. No, the Rosas, move! Yes, that's right, chase him. It was his fault, he did it. He made me do it. He put a brick on my gas pedal. Yes, knock him off the road. Bloody bus risking the life of the school kids. He wants firing. Yeah, nice little warm-up before we do the knockout competition. I think that's where mostly unlockables are, like the cars. The El Nido that I'm not going to drive because that's for people who like... These bloody traffic cars are a nuisance. Yeah, people who like an easy time of it. This bloody traffic then. Get out my way. They're not very nice to me. Yeah, funny you should say that. I was just running it on one of those yesterday. The software renderer in this game is amazingly efficient for some of the crap you can run it on. This has been patched to run on DirectX 8, so this is running on DirectX 8. Darn. Stupid bus. It's not going well. Yeah, I'm rusty. This is going to go great. I'm glad I decided to do this fast. And he's getting ahead of me, but God. Oh, I've got to play serious now. But now, this bit on a K7 2800, it is not going to struggle. In fact, if I ran it on the software renderer instead of DirectX 8, it would probably go even faster. Oh, that's not far.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood. I'm giving you a warning, but I'll be watching for you.
This is you in a good mood? I don't even want to know what you're like in a bad mood. Man, these cops don't mess around. So they haven't deployed like grapplers and stuff on me yet. That's probably the right thing back then. Man, having the traffic on really changes the way this plays. I hate the buses. I'm going to have locked away for a long time if they catch me. Holy school buses. I'm acting like I'm some big hard criminal. Yeah, you won't get me alive, coppers. Ah, I was trying to flip it.
Congratulations! You're most wanted!
Why is it doing that? Stop. I better not have GPU failure. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. 8 cars, 7 races. Last place car in each race is eliminated. Win bonus track and car. Player knockout wins El Nino. Bonus car and unlocks info. Expert, eh? Yeah, high stakes. I don't remember all of the sort of different, like, Need for Speed games. I remember Need for Speed 4 coming out and being... You could actually move assets between this and that one with very little alteration. I remember having tools to do it. And then past the point they just tried to be like those bloody movies. You know, I remember my friend renting one on like the Xbox, and it started up with all this Spanish ghetto sounding music and had all these cutscenes in it with people trying to talk all gangster and shit. Like, what have they done to my game?
3, 2, 1, go!
Yes, putting it in expert mode after yours are not playing. Go. Hang on a second. That's better. Not communists in here. This is one of those weird... And enough of those weird K-meter things back when we were doing that fucking desert driving game. I can't make sense of them. We don't use them where I'm from. We use miles. You know, it's why people in Britain and America are less fat than in other countries, because we have to walk further. You know, because they might be like, oh, we'll put that like a kilometre away. In our countries, they go, we'll put that 1 mile away, and it's a bit farther, so it keeps you in shape. Certainly no obesity problem in my country. Not at all. Don't know why you would ever get that idea. I've got a little bit of wear on, but I've done that on purpose, because I started cycling again, so I like to put fat on before I put muscle on, because it's easier to turn fat into muscle than to turn nothing into muscle. And I'm not good at gaining weight, so it took quite a bit of work actually. Yeah, this will be easy. I just have to not come last and I'll be fine. So by the time I've got the hang of it, that's when I looked to work, because my car was like... I just seemed to be losing power, and is my gas pedal like not working? This fucking plane showing off, he thinks he's fucking clever. Yeah, I just did the same thing as you, and I did it in a car. Yeah, I don't even have wings, and I still got it airborne and, like, you know, rolled it in the air. Not so clever now, are you? Yeah, knock the wood out of there. That'll teach him. I'll say that plane guy did it with his reckless flying. I would never do something like that. He's reckless, that pilot. He should have his licence suspended. I'll tell the FAA. Possible pilot deviation. Let me know when you're ready to copy the number. How many laps? 2 laps? Shit, man, I've got to get the lead out. I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, come on, who put that? I remember deleting that tree. I remember going in and modifying the level and deleting that tree. In all fairness, this would have been pretty easy if I hadn't been stupid and been looking at the floor. But it's the first round, so I guess it doesn't matter. If we're gonna like have to reset, let it be in the first round. I really remember this car being like faster than this. That's like the upper end of what it can do. Oh, bro,
That's your best lap. You placed 8th.
They should let me through just for the aerobatics.
You've been eliminated from the knockout competition.
Yeah, we're already on 9,000, so I remember the 9, whatever. Just continue race buttons later. Ah, there's the... It never used to do that. I don't know why it's doing that. Now, why am I in here?
3, 2,
Is this randomised? I don't remember it being randomised. I remember it always started. You can probably just see my wheel doesn't recenter. What's interesting about that, the wheel not recentering, is that this wheel's never been used. This isn't my original R100. This is a different one, and it's never been used. It's brand new out the box. So that suggests that whether you use them or not, they'll develop that fault. It was one of the cheapest steering wheels money could buy, and it's now about a quarter of a century old. You know, I'm not going to get angry at it for sort of showing signs of age. It really wouldn't be far on it. The game port one needs new wires putting on their beat. They're broken entirely. And as this thing has USB ports, I was like, oh, I've got this one, I might as well just dig it out and use it. You know, they're different. They're actually different. Because this has the left pedal, the brake pedal. It is a separate axis. That is the Z-axis. Whereas on the 15-pin game port one, both pedals are both the Y-axis. So that's pretty odd. I'm not really sure what they've done there. Because the game port sports 4 axes, I'm sure. Because it sports 2 joysticks. And each joystick would have an X and Y. So Z would just be the X-axis of the second joystick, really. You're running it as a single stick. I know, it's how the flight controllers used to do it, so... Quite often you used to put the throttle on there. Like rudder pedals would go somewhere else. How am I in Earth? There's something wrong here, man, I'm telling you. Something's wrong here. Look how far ahead they've got. What the fuck? Well, I ain't exactly like pussyfooting about. I said I wouldn't drive in deserts on this channel again, didn't I? I broke that promise. Now, this is a different desert, so it doesn't count. Well, this isn't the post-apocalyptic desert, this is just... I don't know. I think, though, this game, and Test Drive Off-Road 3, and Banjo-Kazooie, shit, the roads all are. Well, that'll cost me time. I think this Banjo-Kazooie, I think, probably all use the same tools for authoring graphics. They are just motoring away from me.
final lap.
I don't remember them going that hard at it, man. I'd have to turn the difficulty down. I used to be the best at this. Personally, I still feel like something's wrong here, but... I mean, that's not going to get me very far, but... I'm just not getting the speed, you know. It's, every time I try, it's like... the steering's just not there. What always surprises me with this game is just how much you have to rag the steering wheel in this. I'm not going to catch them. I am not going to catch those idiots. They are... accelerating away. I'm going to turn the difficulty down. This isn't going to work. Yeah, I'll tone it down then. Hang on. I'm disappointed in myself. I used to be the best at this. See if we can get it back. If I can't win in easy mode, I'm going to start thinking something's wrong. I should try it with analog controls. It's lovely. Test drive off-road 3 though. That's not very nice with not with a wheel. Test drive off-road 3 really likes a PlayStation type controller, like analog stick, which is what it was really built for, and so it was probably optimised for it. This is going to feel too easy now, isn't it? I'm going to do like 1 or 2 races in here and wish I'd left it on Expert. I swear it feels like my car's down on power somehow. Like, not at the moment. Yeah, there's just been a pushover now, like, what the heck? Oh, this is going to be too easy. We'll see. We'll see. I've got that rocky pass level to do, and that's brutal. I always sucked at that one. Oh, hit the brakes a bit too early. That was jammy what I did there. I backed it up just to block them. That's alright, I'll get out in front again, because this is way too easy. There's too much I get between the difficulty settings. You get a good line on here, you hardly have to touch the wheel through this bit at all. But yeah, it does control nice with a wheel. It feels weird because of how much you have to rag it around. I mean, there's quite a lot of the corners where I'm at, like, full lock. Like here, that's full lock.
It's the final lap.
It feels kind of wrong to just have to rag it as much as you do sometimes. My hands are kind of used to the long drive still. The steering in that game is really sensitive. Like, you know, a lot of your steering, you're barely touching the wheel. It's actually quite difficult when you've got a beat-up wheel like my R220 that has a massive dead zone in it, and it's slightly skewed more to one side. That was like, yeah, quite a difficult game to drive in, mate. This is quite nice. There we go. Jeez, man, I don't know how to practice. Yeah, that feels right. I don't need to catch him, I just need to not get last, and I'm fine. So no, I'm still rusty. Still rusty. That's fine, we'll get it back. I don't think it'll take me long to get the hang of it again. We keep going, as long as we don't get last. That's all we've got to do is not get last place.
Best lap. You placed second. Congratulations. You qualified for the next round.
Hopefully you find one. I had to import mine. Mine's an import. Yeah, no, the 15-pin one needs repairs. Let me know if I need to adjust the game volume anymore. I didn't turn it down by too much. It looks okay to me, but... Right. What the fuck is that? Trash in my pocket. Pardon me. Yeah, it needs new wires on the 15-pin. It's getting fucking warm in here. Running a K7 and oh, it's getting warm in here. Yeah, but it lulls people in a false sense of security, the pink car.
3, 2, 1.
You know, they think I'm a sissy because I drive a pink car. Hey, look, it's above the cyan guy. Like, it's they're using my colour scheme. on my old colour scheme. I don't use it anymore. Because the fucking pink and like blue colour, even though it was a different shade, you know, I'm like, I hope people don't think I'm trying to imply something else by putting... Will you stop trying to fucking T-burn me, you jerks? Now, the AI in Test Drive Off-Road 3, I think, is mercilessly blind and doesn't do that shit on purpose. I think it's just clumsy. Except for maybe a few instances where maybe it is deliberate. The AI in this, I think, does that on purpose. Like, they really do seem to gang up on you when you fall back in the line. Shame you can't really hear the music in this game for how loud the engines are. I mean, it took me over 20 years to realise this is full of Corgo 1 noise. There's a whole fucking road you could drive on, and you want to drive on the bit I'm on. Fuck. Yeah. Have fun with the fucking corner. Prick. This bit of the music, though, reminds me of like Scrap Heap Challenge. If there ever was a show that needed to come back on the telly, they'd probably only ruin it anywhere. I'm always amazed people still watch the television. When I go in houses that have it, it's like, what the... This is still a thing? Yeah, I kind of forgot. That's what I'll watch. Well, I don't know where he is. He's like 6 seconds out in front. See if we can get him. Oh, I forgot about that. Shit. I hate this tunnel, man. I've always hated this tunnel. I'm fine with the rest of the track, but the tunnel, I hate it. I like the little tunnel at the end of the Atlantic City one. That's really nice, because if you get the hang of it, it just feels really good going through it. Oh, he was just here. I can see the dust. Now the dust and tyre smoke is a bastard if you're on a weaker machine. It will lag the game out.
It's the final lap.
I can't catch him. I should be able to get a good speed through the bit with the divided road. Usually through it. Don't usually take this line though. Oh, that's probably why. The recentering issue does keep biting me a little bit. He's still pulling ahead. What the fuck is he driving? Serious potatoes now, I think. I'm not having this. Oh, I can see him. I'll go around the corner, because I think it's quicker. Maybe not, actually, not with this fucking thing. All I have to do is not come last, but I'm inevitably going to have to face him in the final round, so I need to get my lead on and get used to catching him up. So I'm being quiet because I'm like concentrating. Fuck, I didn't know NOS was allowed in the competition, man. I think he's cheating. Weird thing, in this game I hold the wheel from the top. In TLD I hold it at the bottom. I don't know what that's about. There's something different with how it handles that's encouraging this, but I move my hand around on it a lot more as well.
Great lap. You placed second.
Almost got him. And get this back.
Congratulations. You've qualified for the next round of knockout
Multi-system,
competition.
I'm not familiar with that. Viper Racing. Well, I'm not familiar with that as well, but I'll have a look at it. Aquatica, that might be the name of it, or that might be the alternate of it. But yeah, it is a good track. iCar's Deuce, it's never going to win the race, would switch to being a dickhead on the track. I think a few. Mario Kart. On the SNES, Luigi is it? Well, if you're playing as like Koopa Trooper, Luigi is just such a jerk. Constant fucking stars. I hate that game. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, one of my favourite levels, this one. The music on it, though, I always remember hearing in a dream. I had a dream once that I was watching The Simpsons and Homer had done something stupid and Mr. Barnes had just built this big casino. And so like, not by, you know, he gave Homer a chance to pay back his debt for whatever dumb thing he'd done by making him mop floors in the casino or some shit. And that was, yeah, that music, when it transitioned to him at the casino, for some reason it played the music from this level. I don't know, it's dream logic, don't ask me. I didn't do it, well, I guess it was my dream, so technically I did do it, didn't I? Can't remember the magic gas pedal position for going through there. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it definitely doesn't centre right, this wheel. That's one of the cheapest wheels money could buy in its time. And, oh shit, I was a bit too vigorous with letting that off. There we go, let's just skip over there. It should go around the outer edge there. I don't think it makes a difference, really, from memory. Yeah. Sort of a shortcut on the right there, but it takes long enough to get in there. It doesn't really save you any time. Driving on the boardwalk does. The boardwalk. Boardwalk. I'm playing my music loud and crashing in fences. Oh shit. Putting that cigarette out, fuck this, it's just causing me problems. I'll have to pause and smirk it between races, I think. I threw it in the ashtray, I should have put it down on the desk. That's wasting tobacco, you know full well I'm going to get it back out of that fucking ashtray and smoke it. Yeah, that bend, at high speed, it feels so good going through though. I really shouldn't look away from the road. Bad things happen every time I do it. There we go. Well, I lost a bit more speed than I wanted though. Well, I'm 8 seconds ahead. Let's see if I can find the magic gas pedal position here. No, that's not it. They're front hinge pedals. These are a little bit awkward. Not a lot of movement in them. I'm not sure I'll be able to find it. The 220 that I was using for TLD, it's a different wheel. It has top pedals. And they're still under my desk. They're still there, I haven't put them away yet. It was over a year ago. Shit, he's gaining on me. Crap, I'm gonna Better keep my foot down anyway, I guess. That must be way too much, jeez. I think I've been a little bit too aggressive with the brakes, I think might be the problem. I think a lot of my problems I could probably solve just by pulsing the gas pedal, you know. It would seem that way. We'll see, we'll see. If they didn't want me to break speed limits, they shouldn't have designed the roads this way, you know. 3 lanes is weird to me. Is that a thing in other countries? Because you really don't see that in my country. Unless the traffic's only going one way.
Congratulations! You've qualified for the next round of knockout competition.
I've got a feeling the texture pop-in going away is probably something to do with the modern patch. Like I said, this is running a thing called Need for Speed 3 Modern Patch. So it doesn't need the CD, it runs in DirectX and it can run in widescreen apparently. So it might have something to do with it. There's the original square circle trick. Ah, well that's the thing, because I think this game kind of uses birth anyway. Like, I'm sure some of the packaging used the sort of updated logo. So it was probably made as they were changing it. I'll smoke half a cigarette before we continue. But yeah, the modern patch thing is pretty neat. Like, it's served me well, because this game actually won't run on here without it. It's kind of weird, it actually works on the Windows 98. You know, it was a thing to make it work on modern Windows. It supports multi-processor and all sorts, but runs on the Windows 98. Really unusual to see that sort of thing. Don't smoke and drink. Yeah, probably not. I mean, I won't smoke and ride a bicycle, so I won't smoke and drive in real life. It just seems to distract me from the game too much. So, and in real life, I think it would. Yeah, this game's soundtrack really is wasted, isn't it? You don't get to hear it when you're driving. I'm trying to smoke quickly, I don't want to sit here too long. That'll do. Finish it later. There we go. See where it sends us now. There is a volume mixer in game, but
3, 2, 1.
Chavs just smoked constantly. Like, that's what Chavs did. They smoke and they drank cheap lager and they swore at everything. And this is Wayne's sort of game, isn't it? This is fucking Wayne, mate. I fucking hate going with motors, bro. They're fucking well fast and that, innit? Hey, I fucking swear down, dickhead. I fucking swap this fucking car. The fucking stupid dickhead that owns it don't even fucking know it's gone there. It's like fucking 3 fucking Lambos and that. Fucking yeah, but fucking MP fucking 3 players in there. I'm gonna put my fucking speakers in it. Put fucking speakers all over it, bro. I was wondering if that dude from the kids did his plan to get a convertible and put fucking speakers all over it. It was his grand plan. I remember him talking to me. He fancied one of the carers from the place, Joanne we'll call her. And he said, hey bro, I got in a fucking plan, listen. You know what I fucking move out of here, bro? You know what I'm fucking do? What? I'm gonna get a fucking one of them fucking cars what the fucking roof goes down on. Oh, you mean like a convertible? No, don't fucking convert an house. Fucking car what the fucking roof goes down on. Alright, yeah, car what the fucking roof goes down on. Yeah, bro, I'll fucking get that. And I'll fucking put fucking speakers all over it, bro. And I'll drive around that fucking Beverly's town where this lady came from. Play me fucking banging tunes and she wanna fucking shag me, wouldn't she? I can't see this working, mate, but good luck. I fucking, yeah, dickhead, but fucking tunes and that. I hope it works, so. I like the thought that the universe is ridiculous and somehow his plan worked, but he bought like a convertible Mini and put I just picture speakers all over the floor with like wires twisted on, but none of them are the same. No two speakers match. And him just driving around this East Yorkshire town playing fucking Christina Aguilera because it was his sort of music, waiting for this, like, you know, woman to be at the side of the road. And so I've been like, well, I never thought this would work, but now that you've got banging tunes on a car what the roof goes down on, I just can't resist. Let's shag on the back seat right now. I don't think this will happen somehow, but it may be, you know, it could have worked. Fucking tunes, bro. That's wheel sensor. It really has a bias to the right, this wheel. I always sucked at this track. No, don't say it, you'll jinx yourself. Stop. No, this track's really hard. I'm going to lose at it, yeah. Yeah, that's what's going to happen, I'm sure. I mean, he is gaining on me, look at that. He's getting closer and closer. You really have to get the corners right in this one and not fuck up that straight section with the rock hanging over it up here. The town's quite nasty as well. If you don't know what you're getting into, you can definitely come a cropper in there. Yeah, pumping the gas pedal is better than touching the brake, I think. I don't know if it's how they intended you to do it. It seems to kick the car around enough that I don't lose as much speed doing it. You can kind of get it to sort of slide around a little bit. I'd like to have a manual transmission, but I don't have a clutch pedal. I wonder if this game even does analog clutch, you know, because a lot of them don't. Street Legal does. Street Legal's one of the very few games everything in Street Legal can be analog. Even the fucking horn in that can be an analog control, so you can control the volume of the horn by how far you push the button down. There's not much to that game, but it's kind of fun. I did stream that years ago, I think, on the same machine actually. I'll miss this PC if it breaks. I got, as much as I yell at K7s, I got quite a fondness for them, because when I was really getting into PCs, the K7 was the big thing. So I saw a lot of them. I liked on quite a few of them. He is still catching me up. Oh, my speed, give it back. Give that back, right now. Back, block, faster. Come on, you fucking dickhead. Fucking get the fucking beans, you fucking knobhead. Fucking motoring. That fucking recentering him.
That's your best lap. You've won the race.
Oh, the Athlon's still going for now.
Congratulations. You've qualified for the next round of knockout competition.
I can't picture him putting speakers over the doors. They'd be on the floor and on the seats and everywhere. There's always blown out kerns, you know, around the edge of the kerns that'd just be unstuck. Oh, that tastes like burnt skin. I do put them out with my finger. I mean, how is that possible? Going by the top speed, I should open up way more of a lead than like 4 seconds. Something ain't fucking right there, man. Oh, come on, smirk, you bastard. Yeah, I don't know when this machine will give up. It was a bit of a problem throughout Manhattan Project. I had like quite a few issues with it. Mice not working, crashes, some of which were the game. Then the visuals went a bit weird in the last part though. While I was saying I want to step into a ring with people, and I would do it. Quite happily. They'd never take me up on it. Christopher Crocodile is always sucking balls. Da, da, da. Sun's going down. Drive faster now. 'Cause I've got a car. Don't mess with the power of cars. Not quite as impressive as the power of ballad, but I'll take what I can get. I think the cactuses are basically made out of concrete in this game. I really don't want to hit those. Cacti, I guess. But cacti sounds like a tie that's got bard shit on it. So I don't really like using that word. I don't really care. I can't remember this track very well, actually. Well, I'm sure I'll remember it when I crash into something. I'm like, oh yes, it has that obstacle. It has that bit where you go in, there's like Native American ruins, doesn't it? And then there's like the weird sort of stepped sort of roads. I think so. I don't think that's Test Drive Off-Road 3. I think that is this game. We'll find out. So inevitably we'll crash into something and then I'll remember very quickly when the car's upside down with smoke coming out of it. Oh shit, hit the wall. I can drive over that middle bit, but I feel like it'd be disrespectful. I'm not sure that's Native American, you know, it doesn't really look like their sort of style. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't have much expertise in that sort of thing. I probably know more history of that country and that continent than the average Englishman, but I'm not like a total expert on it or anything. Now this track's quite nice actually, I quite like it in here. Don't like being on the upper levels though, that's why, because you tend to get over. Because all this sand all over, it really messes with the steering. Isn't there a sharp bend at the end of this? I think there is. I can see it on the map, yeah. That's not too bad, that's easy to do that. Yeah, this level's nice. Like, nice and sort of bendy, I quite like it.
It's the final lap.
This is where I guess the analog controls really do come into their own. You're not sort of... Yeah. Suspension always felt really stiff in this game, and I always feel like there isn't any, but... I guess it's not out of place, because a car like this, you wouldn't have a lot of travel in it, would you? You'd have pretty sort of short, stiff suspension. Something like a Jeep where it's like runs quite tall. Whoa, that wasn't me. I didn't let all the way out, but yeah, that was odd. I've got to back off a bit with that, I think. There we go. Yeah, it's moments like that when I really wish I had a manual, like, gearbox on this. It doesn't shift when I would shift, and it really annoys me, you know, because it definitely loses me time. Like, sometimes I think you do want to sort of just tap the brake, just to sort of encourage the logic to downshift it occasionally. It's a shame I can't get a readout for the controls on the screen, really. Shit, my bad. That wasn't the game, that was me. I sort of lost track of where I was and panicked a little bit. Alright, can't shake my confidence because it's too close for me to really start pussyfooting it. Cannot be pusillanimous. Oh, that looks like a wall, apparently. Jeez, it is determined to put you on the high side here, isn't it? It's catching me up. I don't like it. If I can stay up here, we'll be fine. No, you won't. That was not pleasant. I'm trying to discover the best line through there. I'm not sure. I don't remember it. So, yeah, a bit awkward. A bit rough. On the snowy hometown track next.
Congratulations! You placed first. Congratulations!
This machine could explode. It's from the middle of the capacitor plague, and I've not replaced any of them, so this seems quite likely. Athlon 1000, I still have one, but I'm not using it. It's just in the parts box. Howdy, Nordic Warrior. Track not pursued. Yeah, it is a fun game, this. Like, mechanically there's not a lot to it, but it is just good fun. I don't remember if the PlayStation version was as good. Probably not, but if it's even a close approximation.
3, 2, 1.
Oh no, it's this track I remember finding difficult. And I guess it will just send us to Empire City next, won't it? Assuming I don't lose here. And there are quite a few areas that you can really come unstuck in this track as well. It figures it be as late in the rotation. Oh fuck me, that's not what I want. It's another one that has a shortcut that's not worth taking. Like somewhere you can skip one of these carves. Like, I think it's just on the right there. But it bypasses this bend. Like, yeah, it comes out there. But it's so tight, you know, you would never really gain anything for going in there. I wonder if I usually went through the tunnel instead of going around it. It is pretty to look at, this level, I'll give it that. Real nice to look at. I remember there being barriers over those that you had to knock over as well, unless it was that tunnel on the right. But I thought they both had them. Yeah, it looks like F-Zero in here, like all Stunt Race FX. I think this is another one of those games that uses a weird combination of like bake lights and some dynamic lights. That used to be quite the thing, didn't it, to bake the lighting into the level. Save processing time. Yeah, really not a bad looking game for the time it came out. Like 1998 this game. Does look quite nice. Well, you can tell it's that sort of era, but it's not really ugly or anything. Doesn't look like shit. A lot of them do now. It is bloody squally through that bit. Oh no, I get it. Under the boardwalk. I feel bad for whoever's under it, because they're probably not going to like the noise of my car going over the top of it. Get a job, hippies. That'll teach them. Oh, my tyre dust falls through the boards and lands on their head. And then they'll smell like tyre rubber all day. And everyone will think they've been doing weird things. What things, I don't know. So that's things I do, but I mean, why else would you smell like that?
Final lap.
Well, he might have a job in a tyre shop as a hippie. He would. Fucking hell, I'm 15 seconds at don't say it, you'll jinx it. Don't like that bend at all. That's horrible, let's slow right down there. Really have to slow down in that section. Did quite a bit here as well. Look at that lovely lead I had, and it's going away. But I mean, I'm at full lock there. I can't go any faster. I just don't have the steering to go quicker than that. And that's not a problem with my controller. That's just how the game controls. Go through that tunnel. No, I prefer the left one, I think. This one feels awkward. Yeah, I think the left route is better. I don't know if it's what they had planned, but it felt better to drive on for me. Definitely felt a better route to drive on. Oh, we're trying to be Easter Island, are we? Yeah, great. Well, we had enough of that in Atlantis. I still haven't played the sequel to that game. I'm going to have to do it someday. But it's one of those where I'll play it on my own, I think, because it'd be too slow to really stream or let's play it without having played it fast. Handling model in this game is a little bit weird at times, I will admit. So the car like understeers like crazy, but without the skidding. It's yeah, kind of odd. You do get a feel for it, but I wouldn't. It's like a semi-realistic handling model. It's kind of weird. It really does have its own feel.
Best lap. You've won the race.
PS1 version. Well, obviously the graphics are going to be.
You've qualified for the final round of knockout competition.
I like these coloured it tended to be quite intense on the saturation. It was very bold colours, so you know, I get the idea. 90s lighting. Yeah, just somehow I just never get around to playing Atlantis 2. It must just be one of those games that just sits on a shelf forever. I really am going to have to do something with it. I bet the K6 would run it. Okay, Empire City, this track, yeah, this is the Punisher as hard as it can level.
Go!
I don't quite remember the layout, I'm sure it'll come back to me. It's weird how tastes change with age, because when I saw this level as a kid, I thought it was only a sin. And then as an adult, I think it's strangely sort of pretty. It's weirdly beautiful. At least the industrial looking bit. As you get into the city, it gets kind of ugly. It starts to look like fucking New York or something. New Junk City. I'm going to have to look and see if you can set a dead zone for the wheel. Get around that problem with the recentering. Yeah, you get these, like, you know, rail posts in the middle of the road quite a lot in this. I don't have to explain why this is a problem. What was this bit again? The dark bit, apparently. I remember some sort of, like, square that looks similar to that. Maybe you come out of a tunnel into that or something, is it? No, not this. Maybe is? I don't remember this. I don't have much of a lead, so I can't really afford to screw up or anything. There is a shortcut now at the end, I do remember that. Probably won't go for it. And plus, I think it gets your car airborne, and I really don't like getting the car airborne in this game. Yeah, it's through there, it's just on the right.
Final lap.
Okay, if I can just hold on to this, we'll win the knockout competition. I'm gonna fucking knock you out, dickhead! Fucking Wayne the chav, mate, he turns up, like, you know, and just starts punching the other drivers. Wayne, what are you doing? Well, it's fucking knockout, dickhead! Wayne, you couldn't knock out a blue bottle, and that's not what it means. It fucking is. I'll fucking knock him out. I shagged his mum. Fucking showed him. I really should have got the Barbariette out for this, shouldn't I? I know where it is. I can't get it at this time of night. We've worked the whole terrace up, but I know where it is. Yeah, I'll bring it out on the next one. Whatever it is, I'll still bring it out. With how warm it is in here, we probably are going to end up going topless in one of these streams, I do warn you. You'll get to see my hairy chest. So, you know, get a bath bag on standby. Probably not today. Oh, fucking helicopters, I didn't miss that. Hey, helicopters, they're annoying. They got on my nerves. Now that bit, you saw the tunnel up there, you can go in there. It's generally a time loss, I think, but you can get up there and drive in it if you really want to. It does require quite a lot of concentration, this game, you know, I'm not going to pretend it doesn't.
lap. You've won the race.
Well, we knocked them out.
Congratulations. You've won the
Empire
knockout
City awarded.
competition.
But not the El Nino, because I did it on easy mode. Oh, shucks. Well, I guess we'll have to try something like... What do those do again? Compete for points. Win bonus cars. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have a go at that. How does that work again? It's just regular races, is it? Yeah, we'll have a go at that then. I am winner. I am the winner. Shall we die? I'm slacking off in this one. We'll leave it on that for now. If it seems too easy on the fast track, I'll come out and I'll turn it up. I had played this for years, so would be nice if it put the rain on and everything.
1, go!
I just quite like driving in the rain. I don't know why. There's something weirdly comforting about it. When I installed the weather mod in TLD, it really changed the vibe of the game. You do realise, like, when I drove that Burgundy Golf back, that was just about 40 hours of my life just sitting there, like, you know, alone, in silence, just driving non-stop. My feet hurt for ages after that. That was, yeah, that was quite a thing. The community for that game were fucking hilarious. What a hostile bunch of people those were. They really hated my steering wheel for some reason. They couldn't stand it. I think maybe it made them a bit self-conscious. Because I think a lot of them probably couldn't drive as well as I could, and they had quite expensive setups, and there's me with like this wheel that looks like a children's toy. I'd just be like, yeah, no, it's easy. Yeah, I'll leave it on this difficulty for now. Yeah, I just want a good time with this. I don't want a hard time. I'm tired. I'm just having fun. Lap 2. Oh yeah, it's 4 laps, isn't it? Oh, that's good. 4 skins. Oh, skinheads never die. Yeah, if I got my hands on that El Nino car, I would be untouchable to any of these. I would just leave them for dead. Oh, before I forget, I probably am gonna look at doing a format change on this channel at times. But I do think some games going forwards might be done as singular, very long videos that have chapters. I think I will test that out. If people complain, I'll stop doing it. They'd be farther apart, so you know you could have 2 or 3 weeks between uploads if I do that. But I want to test it because it might work better for me, that I'm not tied to having this Athlon out in this living room for 2 months straight has been an absolute chore, because I can't unplug this thing. It causes problems. I had to enter all the CMOS shit every time. So I had to leave it plugged in on the mains, and so it's been out in the living room for like 2 months, and it's in my way.
Lap 3.
And it's not good. Whereas if I'd recorded DNMP in like 2 or 3 sittings, it would have been gone. You know, I could have just done it. I'd still want to record things fairly close to the upload date, but I could not have to have shit in my way for as long in situations like that. So we'll have a look. It's a thing I will test out, and I will be doing the pillar boxing. Live streams, the layout's going to stay mostly the same. No need to change it. Because in live streams we just put the comments box and everything around it, but you don't have that in pre-recorded things. Oh yeah, that's more like it. That's how you do that. I think it's coming back to me. It's taking a little while, but it's got to be an age thing, you know. I feel bad for laughing at my parents when I was a kid, because it's like, it seems the older you get, the faster your game skills diminish. Like, if you stop playing a game, your skills there go away really fast. Like, as a teenager, I could walk away from a game for like a year and come back and still be just about as good at it. Now you don't play it for a month or two and you just shit at it immediately.
It's the final lap.
It's like, how does this happen? Well, your brain just seems to have other priorities. It's like, this is useless information, I'm going to discard it. But yeah, next live stream, I will try and stream on Tuesday, and I might do, I've actually forgotten the name of it, never mind. That's completely gone. What was I saying about the brain discarding information? I wouldn't mind, I actually made up the thumbnail for it and everything. Still use the Armada 3500 to make them. All the thumbnails are done on a 90s laptop. No, that was too confident. Don't do that. Okay. Fucking hell, they're caught up fast. He closed that gap by about 3 seconds. Instantly. How far can I push it? Yeah, there's loads of room to faff about for. Yeah, find the good lines. I want to hit that.
You placed first.
3DO version, is it? I think I've seen a glimpse of it. Yeah, well, the Fast Need for Speed had a totally different feel than the other games. I'd be afraid of touching the PC version because I have a feeling I'd have issues getting it running. And the only write-ups I'd be able to find about would probably be about stupid 3D accelerators, and there'd be no indication of how to make it work any other way than other with 3D accelerators I don't own and don't want to own. And sold the ones I did own to pay for the i5. Like the i5 that is being used to actually stream this was paid for like mostly out of like 3D effects accelerators and pieces of like old hardware otherwise, like fucking motherboards and shit that I wasn't using. And will probably be my last PC build. Like once that thing's done, I will just be running X-Contract i3 all-in-one shit, and that will do. A bit of a sad way to end it, you know, on crappy consumer hardware that didn't even work right out of the box, but what are you going to do? That's just the world we live in. The quality of everything is shit. And it just keeps getting worse. I hate how such a crappy job is just the norm now. You know, it's sort of, you wish the fear of God was still in the general population. Because at least when people had that, they were afraid of doing a shit job. Because the scripture told them that everything they did was going to be judged, and so if they did a crap job, they might make God angry, and so they thought twice about doing it. It wasn't such a bad thing, at least in that regard, right? I mean, if you don't want to use that to solve them, at least maybe have the threat of do it properly or I'm going to kick your head in, would also work. Do it properly or I will tear up your visa would probably solve 90%. Probably not, actually. You think they even have one? Never mind. I'm not supposed to go into that stuff, am I? But am I? Because I have made another decision. And And I have decided that I'm not going to hold my tongue anymore. I've never done the whole censorship thing, but I have held my tongue a lot over the years to try and keep the peace, and I'm going to sort of ease out of doing that, and I am just going to start saying things. So I will rag on people by name, I will say some very vulgar and personal shit, and people might start seeing a side of me they might not like that much.
Lap 2.
Well, it's as it is. I've got just over 2 years left on this platform before I'm probably canning it, so no incentive to carry on. I will get it to the 20-year milestone, and yeah, these people are just too shitty, you know, really shitty. They love punching down. I made a really interesting discovery. If I comment on synthesizer channels, now obviously I bitched about retro sound, but I was snarky with him. I wasn't rude, and I didn't swear or threaten or anything. I just said his demo was crap. But I mean, fair enough, maybe you can't take negative criticism, but I wrote boring comments on other channels, just mundane shit like, oh, that was interesting. The sound at 2 minutes and 1 second was quite unique. You know, even though I'm now thinking this is garbage, because I was doing a little experiment and they got erased very quickly. And it's like, well, I doubt these people do it themselves. They'll have moderators that they pay in. So, you know, fuck, they're not going to do anything themselves, these people. And it's like, well, that's real interesting, because that suggests that they've got a policy specifically in place to deal with me. That kind of conforms are a little bit frightened of me, doesn't it? And it won't just be me. I would wager it's anyone who's like a small timer like me, they just want to punch down at. It's like, hey, why don't you try punching up for once? You know, stop punching down. Get off my fucking case. Are you that much of a loser? Are you that crap at what you do? Do you have that little confidence in your skills, really? Only one channel didn't erase it, but they were just like hearting every comment that went on no matter what. Didn't do that with mine, and given we know my comments often aren't visible, I think they just can't see it, and they probably would have erased it if they could. So, yeah, very interesting. I wonder if it's the same with computer channels. I would reckon it is. See, I've never really played with this because I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I'm usually too busy. I've usually got too much shit going on. I'll put music on in the background, or somebody playing through a game like I am now.
That's your best lap.
And that's
lap
about
3.
it. And the synth stuff, just every time I would go on the front page, it's just pushing it on me. I'm like, look, do not recommend channel, I have told you. But it keeps doing it, and if it's not that, it's fucking Rachel fucking Zagler's ugly face. And if it's not that, it's some more fucking shit. You know, it's always these fucking dickless, soulless fucking posh boys or something. Fucking car channels or whatever. Hello, I'm in a car channel. I took one class in news cadence and then left because Daddy pays for everything. I don't know how they're speaking. It's so monotonous. It's like, it's not even a Justin accent. A Justin accent is a term a friend of mine used to say, and he's not the only person I heard say it, so I don't know where it originates. And it's for that fake English accent that people use on the internet that doesn't really come from anywhere. And he called it a Justin accent because he first heard it on Justin TV. That this seemed to be where it originated. Pretty weird, huh? What that's about. But yeah, I don't fucking know. This platform's shit. It's fucking... It's dead, it's done. Everybody knows it. And if you're not part of certain little circle jerks, they'll do everything they can to bury you. You know, it's nice knowing that I made an impression on these people. It's nice to know, it's good. The synth people. I'm sure the compute people are the same. They might have a different policy for handling it, but... oh, fuck you. Get off the wall. Prick. There we go. But yeah, well, maybe they got a different policy, but we'll see. Maybe I'll play with that. Well, there's the fuck off button actually works on most of those for some reason. Oh jeez, that like halved my lead. Look how much time that fucking screwed me out on. It was my fault. I'm not going to blame the game for like driving in the wall.
Final lap.
Yeah, it really doesn't use the weather system enough this game. You put a weather system in, you never use it. Use the hell out of it on expert mode, I think. It's like, didn't we at least have like something? The final lap. It's a pile of crap. Could you tell I thought I was going to hit the thing? Fears to Fathom. That was the next new game I'm going to play. Don't know much about it. Very sort of story driven, I think. So we'll see what we get. There's like several of them. We'll start at the beginning. Don't know if it's any good. We'll find out. I'm not the right person to play horror games, really. You will see me look on in terror more at this game than you will at a horror game. You know, if I think I'm going to crash, you will actually get out of me, but you won't get it in a horror game. Okay. Well, we probably won't go on this too much longer. I'll certainly get off the wall. We'll certainly finish this tournament or whatever it is at the very least. I don't think I'll go too much beyond that. There's only so much driving around on tracks that we can take. I've quite enjoyed this. I've quite enjoyed digging this out. There's not much to it, but it is just a racing game, and that's all I ever wanted to be, and it does a pretty damn good job at it. You know, it holds up quite well, this game. Like, yeah, could you make it prettier to look at now? You could, but it really is a pleasure to drive in this, once you've got the hang of the controls, which I'm sucking balls at, apparently. Expo Barney? I'll ignore it. It'll be fine. As long as it's not that GPU. I don't think I can replace that. My old TI 4600.
You've won the race.
Fancy trying to replace one of them. Yeah, definitely a classic. So you're saying we should redo the long drive all over it? Obviously, no, I'm not going to. I will never do that. I won't absolutely promise it would never ever appear again, but it would be like 10 minutes at most. Just for a jerk, probably. You know, just give it to everyone as a Christmas present, like, you know, pretend that we're going. Music in this game is so wasted. Let's race while I smoke. I'm feeling cocky now. Oh yeah, my favourite.
3,
Brilliant.
1, go!
You know, that rear view mirror is really nice because I can't turn that on the Pentium elements. It lags the game out too much. You know, this K7, you know, it can just go pretty much high definition and have that on. It's just glorious. No, that wasn't enough. Oh, the low frame rate waterfall that we went by though. So that's a distinct 90s look that I like, is that sort of luminescent blue water. Sonic Adventure did that as well. There's a few games that did. It just seems to be a product of that time period. I mean, if I saw that in real life, I think I'd be quite concerned and probably want to leave the... It didn't want to steer then. Probably want to leave the area quite quickly, but seeing it on a computer screen, it's quite nice. So yeah, let them worry about the chlorine and the radiant. Well, chlorine, I guess, is more green. Really don't want to mess with that stuff. I always find it fascinating. Now, if I try and buy like a big axe or something from a shop, they want my name and address. But if I go in the grocery store and buy like a bottle of bleach and a bottle of vinegar, like, nobody says anything. It's like, okay, you know, this makes sense. Do not mix those things together, just don't, because it will kill you. Don't do it. Like, it is, no, not fun. But, like, no one will stop you buying them. How does this work? I mean, I don't really want to go into that too much, but sort of, if you wanted to be a jerk, the axe isn't going to be a very effective method. You know, it's not very effective, really. It's too cumbersome. I'm not even going there, forget it, but you get the idea, I'm sure. I was kind of amused by my slipper in Manhattan project, where I let slip about my stance on gun ownership and that, like, you know, I think you should be allowed to own firearms, and I'm like, actually, it's funny that it concerned me in the bottom, because it's like, fuck's sake, it's like, you know, who would have thought, like, that somebody that likes things like Duke Nukem might actually, you know, have that view on things, like, nobody would have seen that coming. Of course you would. I swear the steering's different to how it was before. Maybe I'm coming in at a different speed than I was, or maybe I'm a little bit more confident now, I don't know. It's all good until you crash the car. Like, messing the paint up like that, I'm not too concerned about. It's not me who has to pay for it. They look great anyway, all these blank white walls, you know, just have these nice pink streaks on them from my car. Stood there at the end of the race, that was the other guy over there, it was Deadbeat, he did it. You're the only person here with a luminescent pink Lamborghini. No, definitely that other guy, he must have repainted it since. Must have. The blimp. Flight Sim 98 had a blimp in it, and it wasn't flyable. I was so annoyed. It was like decorative only. It's like, you put that in a Flight Sim game and didn't turn it into a flyable craft. That was just mean. How could they do this to me? You know, thinking back to the texture popping thing, I can't remember whether it's in software mode or in direct 3D mode on the P55, where the textures sort of change that XY repeat as you get closer to them. It's like they tile more when you're farther away. Like as if they have a higher XY repeat value or something. Kind of sure. Maybe it loads lower res textures onto the faces, I don't know. I mean, this engine uses polygons, it's going to be beyond my my comprehension. You know, I'm a build engine guy. I don't do polygons. I do sectors. Everything in my brain is in sectors. Sectors and sprites, and anything that doesn't follow that logic is weird and scary to me, and I don't like it. Makes me feel ill. Makes me feel queasy. Makes me feel like something's wrong, and I want to panic and start freaking out. I mean, every time I walk upstairs in the house, you know, I'm like walking on sprite floors, you know, the collision's going to be weird up here. If I jump upwards hard enough and there's enough of a gap, maybe I can teleport up there without... Right, not as good on that line apparently. Maybe I can teleport, like, you know, I get zipped up through it. I've tried it, but it's really hard, so I'm going to leave that experiment for now. I do suspect that actually happens to people in mod games. Like, it is quite common with builders, like people who do the build engine, where everything you look at in real life you do sort of start trying to assemble it as sectors in your head and sprites. How would I do this in build? So it must happen with other people, you know, people who mod Doom, or people who do Quake, or maybe even people who do racing games. Maybe people who mod this, they go on a road they've not been on before. Ooh, how would that work in NFS? You know, how would I get that working in NFS edit? Whatever the tools were called. I remember VivWiz and CarWiz for this, messing with the cars. You could input ridiculous, like, torque curves and stuff, you know, it was quite fun. Getting the box truck that's out of the traffic models and making it selectable, and making it ridiculously quick. Didn't handle very well, but it went quick. Oh, like nearly 30 seconds. I want to get that up to 30. It's got to be done. Be a bit reckless. That won't harm us at all. Probably will though. I'm going to spin out and go over the railings into the ocean, never be seen again. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just claim on the insurance. I have a feeling I probably don't have insurance on this car. Let's try this line again. But if I throw it that way out, then it's not as good. I think you lose more taking that line. On the other hand, you seem to emerge out here a little bit quicker, so maybe that makes up for it. Maybe you don't quite finish that time and you line up with this a bit better.
Best lap, you placed first.
Yeah, so I'm not the only person who's noticed. Oh, come on, I wanted to know how far ahead I was. I didn't look right. I'll assume I beat the 40 seconds. The skills do seem to be returning, slowly but surely.
3, 2, 1, go!
If I start sucking at this, I'll pause it and put my cigarette out. Always struggled on this track. I do quite like this level though, you know, it's not like I have a dislike of it or anything. Cigarette's finished anyway. Wow, they're quite close up behind me though. Music for this level, I always just pictured a bunch of sort of typical mid-90s American skater kids reluctantly wearing some thick jacket that their mother made them wear. Can I explain why? No, but it's the picture it puts in my mind. Oh, if they acted like I got hit by. Well, maybe I did. It didn't look that close. You stupid gotcha, get out of my way. It's too late for you to earn the points now anyway. I'm the best. Emperor's F. I'm the best. You're all trashed. Defeat with the power of pub shanties. Yeah, speed and power. That's because there wasn't enough speed and power. Definitely. Whoa, the lag, what happened there? That wasn't good. That was the worst possible moment. I hope we don't have a crash. Yeah, and this poor old K7 there. It's another thing that's been here about a quarter of a century now. It really wasn't built to last this kind of time. The next pre-recorded game, I'm probably going to dig that massive 386 out. I expect that will crash on me a lot, but the game I think they're playing the levels are short, so it wouldn't matter. The thing's quite unreliable. It is very tired hardware. It might even get motherboard swapped to the Annex as a temporary board halfway through. It's a real problem. I can get the Monterey board out and re-socket it and do a few other things with it that need doing. Some of the glue logic on it seems to be going bad. I mean, they really were the sort of bleeding edge at the time. I'm glad my brain doesn't do the whole left-right thing when I'm driving. Weirdly, I don't have that problem as much in driving games. Like, my left and my right, I remember them better. But that's maybe because I'm on a particular side of the car, so I have a reference point for which is which. Anything else, you know, if I'm on foot or whatever, then I don't. Up and down I always have a reference for, it's pretty obvious which one does what, but left and right, unless there's something to denote which is which. I know my left from my right, but my brain remembers the picture with no sort of orientation bit, so the picture can get flipped. There's probably like entire... When did he get that? Probably entire places I have been in my life that I've not been to for so long that my memory of them is completely mirrored, and I wouldn't know. I can't believe they've actually gotten past me. That's incredible. I won't be having this. I shan't stand for this. Don't be pulling that shit on the ear. Yeah, if I dare I'll push this. That far, apparently. Head off. Having this, I'm going to concentrate, I think. What a bunch of jocks. What a bunch of lousy assholes. We're not getting much of a lead out here, though. Oh, too early. Thankfully the collision bugged out. It saved me though.
Best
Backers,
lap 3.
I'm going to be quite quiet on this lap. I really want to build quite a lead here because it's making me nervous. Come off it. Always was these fast bends here. I just could never find a good line to take on them. Almost feels like it's like Canada actually this level. I can totally see this being a place in Canada. But you look at the backdrop, you know, the skybox, almost has that feel like it's giant Scotland, you know. It's quite a nice place. I would live around here. It looks quite cold. I like the cold weather. I feel at home in the cold weather. Cold weather's good for you. Probably. I don't imagine it's that bad for you. I prefer being too cold to being too warm. It's quite easy to warm up. It's not so easy to cool down, and the air conditioning's expensive. And I can't take it outside with me. Right between two gears. Oh. Another convincing lead. That's all. That is been too cocky. Now, you've got to try these things. It'll probably be coming up in the mirror in a second. Yeah, I bumped the barrier, I don't care. It's only going to ruin me paint at that sort of speed. Go. There is a way you can get through that bit quite quick, but I can't quite remember the line for it.
Best lap. It's the final lap.
It's a pile of crap. Yeah, cut the corners, it'll be fine. Except that one. Don't do it wrong. The fucking transmission on this thing, man. Maybe that's probably where I lose a lot of my speed, is that it is on an automatic, and it doesn't. So when the game shifts is not when I would shift. It actually pisses me off in real life as well. That like automatic gearboxes, they have a very different idea about when to shift to what I would. Irritating. It's fine if you just want to like drive around town or something, but anything else, stick shifts are there to go, I think. Oh, damn it. I don't like this. I'm not having this. Not even a full second ahead. it's only the paint, who cares? As I said, I've been quiet, but it's taking quite a bit of my concentration, this one. Well, as I cut the corner, like, really sharp like that, you'd think I'd lose too much, but maybe not. Maybe I get slightly longer to accelerate out of it, because I start farther back. I don't think so, but could happen. It's quite challenging, that
Great
model.
lap. Congratulations. You placed first.
Yeah, well, I had to run the air conditioner non-stop this time of year. As soon as you turn it off in this building, it's right back up where it was. Virtue doesn't resume the video or stream. You'll watch it if you stayed out of it. Oh no. No, that would be too convenient. Expecting anything to work in this day and age, that's just crazy. That's crazy talk.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think we're probably about through this tournament now, aren't we? I might see if I can run test drive Off-Road 3 really quick when I'm done in this, just to have a quick go on it, really, but it'll control really badly with the wheel. I'm not even sure it'll work with this one with it having the separate YZ pedals. I think that one maybe only works on like 2 axes. It really is like PlayStation analog optimized, that game. Has some nice tight corners in this level. But it's these ice and snow textures, they're very distinct, like games from this sort of time period. These all look like they were the same source of textures manipulated in the same program. Like Test Drive, the same ones, Banjo-Kazooie seems to be the same ones, and I'm sure there was other games at the time that had that same look. Oh jeez, I cocked that up monumentally, I could see them all back there. My wheels working its way loose on the desk as well. I'm going to reach down and tighten that up. Give it a bit of a reach around. There we go. Hopefully that stops it from ruining itself. Never been used before, this wheel. It's been sat in the box for like 25 yards. Shortcut though, if you can make it through though. And it gets woken up to me. What a horrible thing. That knows how the ladies feel. Well, no, I guess it doesn't know. It only knows the morning part of it, and even then it's not got the full experience. It's only had my hands on it. I quite like this track. This one's nasty if you don't know how to drive on it, but I quite like this stage. My memory of the corners isn't fantastic. I'll probably do better in the next lap. I sort of remember where they are. Yeah, definitely has a right-leaning bias, this steering wheel. Definitely likes getting stuck facing that way. Tracking's out a little bit, you know, on this car. It's
Lap 2.
yeah, you touch the snow and you just can't steer at all. Just go figure, you're driving through snow. Yeah, we're pulling ahead of them, though. 4 seconds is not a lot, but work with it mostly, as long as we don't cock anything up too bad. Nope, that was too aggressive. I remember when I first played this game, like back then, I used to actually just quite like loading it up and ignoring the race and just driving around in the world. You know, I don't think people do that sort of thing as much now. They just sort of zip through games. And I think it's just sort of overload. I doubt realism helps, because there's no appeal in looking at something realistic. I mean, that's not to say real things suck, it's just to say generally I don't find them welcome in games. I actually prefer this to a more realistic racer. You know, the driving model not been entirely realistic, and the graphics not been entirely realistic. It's actually, for me, quite a nice balance. But it's nice to play. Right? It's a super realistic thing. It's has its place, but I don't think it'd have the lasting appeal, or I don't think it would have piqued my curiosity as much as this did. I'm being way too aggressive with that. Didn't really crash into things as much this time though, so I don't think we've driven this track yet tonight, so I don't think why. It jogged very old memories. As well, a lot of people have trouble in real life what I'm doing there. I'm looking as far up the roads as I can to sort of plan my life. And people don't do that in real life. You know, they really suck at it, and it's quite alarming. Because obviously I use a bicycle in real life, so I live in a city and I'm impatient, so I can't be doing with sitting in traffic. I love cars, but I wouldn't want to use one in a city. It would just piss me off, and I'd probably end up hating them as a result. So I use a bicycle. But obviously on the bicycle, I can't always be doing like the speed limit, it's not going to happen. You go down the high street, 40-mile-an-hour limit out there, so I ain't going to be doing that. Not on a 1926 all-weather. That's fully loaded, you're not going to do it. Not possible, generally. So you're going to be quite slow, which is fine, because it's a busy road and there's a lot of stuff going on. There'll be a truck turning, you know, a few tens of yards ahead. It's turning in the road. Impassable road. Cannot proceed past that until that truck has completed that manoeuvre. So you stop pedalling, you work it out, you get good at it. How long will it take me to get there? Oh, well, if I stop pedalling now, I'll just be rolling up to that spot just as the truck finishes its manoeuvre, and then I just follow on behind it. You know, it'll be straightening out into my lane and proceeding just as I arrive at what will then be the back of it, but now it's side onto it. The guy behind you will lean on the horn and yell at you because you're in his way. It's like, right, I'll tell you what, I'll yield, you can go past me, I'm not going to stop you, I've got a whole lane there, go past, and so they go whizzing past, and then slam the brakes, because they're sort of looking at your back tyre until they go past, and then they look at the truck, oh shit! All we had to do was look farther at the road. That's why I'm slowing down. I'm not doing it to piss you off, I'm doing it because I can't proceed, there's something in my way. And I'm not going to get angry at the truck because the guy's just doing his job and there's nowhere else to put the truck. So what's he supposed to do? Ain't shit he can do. The guy's doing his best, let him do his job. thing is, trucks and that are a whole other thing, because you get places like the end of the lane round the corner from here, and if you're in the right turn lane, you're actually, you know, you're perpendicular to a large road, and there's a lot of trucks going up and down. It's the same one that turns into the high street bar farther down. There's a lot of trucks go up and down there.
It's the final lap.
If I'm in the right turn lane at the end of the lane there, if a lot of trucks turn in there, and so I stay back, I look at what's on the road to my right, because that's going to enter to my right on the lane that would be the oncoming and the road I'm about to leave. And I know if a truck swings round that corner, it's probably going to take me out, so I will sit quite far back of the line if I see a big fucking 18-wheeler there. And people get angry with it. It's like, I'm sat at a red traffic light. Where are you going to fucking go? And I don't want to get run over, thank you very much. The trucker gets it when he comes round the corner. He gives you the thumbs up because he's seen you. It's like, I get you. You're leaving room for me to complete this manoeuvre because my lights are going to go green before yours do. Forward planning and looking farther up the road in all directions is very useful. It makes using the road way less stressful, because by the time you arrive at a situation like that, like the truck harping around the corner, it's not scary, because he's seen me, I've seen him, we both know what's going on here, so it's not stressing me out, it's not stressing the trucker out, you know, nice, easy manoeuvre to do now. Now that we've arrived at this point, it's nothing. Whereas if it's suddenly sprung on you because you didn't look, you know, I roll up to the track lights on my mobile phone or something, and they'll, you know, it's like, Nelly took me out. People don't do it, they don't look ahead, they don't plan. And it probably applies to things other than using a road. People on bicycles are just as bad. I've said before, I'm not one of these bicycle elitists. You know, use whichever vehicle works the best for you, just please use it properly. A lot of jerks on bicycles. They ride the wrong way up the road. They ride on the sidewalk. They blow through fucking crossings and nearly fucking take me outside on. They don't use lights at night. And you know they'll blame someone else if they get run over. I was having a smart set of lights in my pocket. I don't want to be stuck in the dark. I'll have those out there. Come in handy a lot of times, actually. If nothing else, I'd use them as a flashlight. I always have a minimum of 3 sets. You never know when one of them might get furled, one of them might get nicked. You can always have one left. You'll get home. Might not be glamorous, but it'll work.
You placed first.
No problem, Pirate Gamer Boy. I'm nearly done anyway, so you're not really going to miss anything. So thanks for video while you are. How much of this tournament is there to go? I'm sure we've done like 8 races by now.
Congratulations! You've got a top 10 time for this track.
I'm sure we've done 8 races in this tournament by now. I might just save it and walk away after this one, because I'm getting pretty knackered. I was knackered from the get-go. And I'm sweating like crazy. It's warm in here. I know this hasn't been the most eventful stream, but I made no allusions that it would be. So we'll try to stream twice next week. I will do my best to do it. So you watch something drag me away from my house on Tuesday and make me have to be all over the place so I don't get back until late and I'm knackered and I'm hungry and thirsty and horny and whatever else. do this race, and if the tournament isn't over after this one, I think I will just can it for the and I'll finish it in my own time. There's not really much more to see. I might do like one of the single races with the weather on, just to showcase the weather system, I guess, because we've not really seen it. I mean, it's nothing special, but just to show it's even there at all. Just to enjoy it, really. Like, have I played the game on beginner? Yeah, I have. I want an easy time of it. I did this as just for fun, you know. Don't always need a challenge that much. And my skills are pretty rusty anyway, so. Driving games and racing games are never the most engaging, are they? I know full well. Like I say, I would never pretend otherwise. I'm quite transparent about the way things are around here. Alright, I'd like to think I was. I don't expect anyone to be here or to hang about when this sort of thing's going on. You know, it's I really don't, because I wouldn't stick this out for too long. So fucking warm in here. But there is, anyone who has used the K7 will tell you that there's just something special about the heat that comes out of the K7 machine. It feels different to the heat that comes out of other things. Like, it's this distinct sort of radiance about it that you just don't get with other hardware. I'm not saying this is a good thing at all, but it's probably why a lot of them aren't around anymore. It is weird how the Pentium 4, like the YouTube channels, really pushed it. So the Athlon's been forgotten about. You would have been laughed out of any LAN in the early 2000s if you turned up with a Pentium 4. They thought you were some dumb toff who didn't know anything about PCs. Like, why'd you spend all the money on that thing? It's slow. For what you were paying, the Pentium 4 was a rip-off. I mean, they fixed it eventually, but it took them way too long to do it. This machine was right from that transitional point where you started to actually see the performance on the Intel CPUs, but they were still way more expensive. For your money, if you could build one that worked, you would have still got more out of the K7 at this point. Really, I'd maintain that the Pentium 4 wasn't viable until they did the Pentium D. Because they at least had the advantage of that you had SMP going on, and AMD had kind of just left the Athlon MP to rot really quite quickly. I guess they wanted to do the 64X2, so they probably changed their focus and probably put that team on that really. It would seem likely. What I think's funny, and it is something that I complain about in the Pentium NNX video, is the whole bullshit of, obviously I'm talking about a sound card that is not popular, but isn't expensive. You know, you could go and buy an ALS 120 right now for single figures. You know, you could probably buy one for like $5, probably less. Nobody wants them. It's a Sound Blaster 16 compatible ISA card. And so, as a YouTuber, I should totally have not found the stock of the chips 2 months ago that I alerted one of my buddies to, who, just after the video goes out, will announce that he's just happened to find this stock of unsold chips somewhere and he's building a new sound card based on the ALS 120 because they're really good. And of course, all my other mates have been in everyone's Discord, so have you ever had the ALS 120? They're really great. It's like that whole scheme that was with the CMI 8330 a couple of years ago, Well, you could just tell the people pushing it were doing it because somebody was going to announce they were making one, and lo and behold, it's exactly what happens. You know, I get a lot, Empress F, you make a lot of assertions. I make a lot of assertions because I keep being proven right, and I maybe know what the fuck I'm talking about, you know? I'll admit when I don't. Like, anything to do with GPUs, don't even bother asking me. Don't know. Hate GPUs, are horrible things. I want to avoid them. CPUs, I know quite a bit about those. Sound cards, I know quite a bit about those. When the 8330 was fascinating, it's like, oh yeah, what you're on about. It's like, you realise this was like on loads of PC chips boards, right? Like, I used to work with the damn things regularly. Obviously, I'm not going to start manufacturing and selling ALS 120s, and neither is any friend of mine, and if they did, I wouldn't be getting a cut of it, but, you know, that would be the YouTube thing to do, wouldn't it? Yes, that's what they like to do. I'm not going to do that. Not interested. Not really enough money in it for me to be interested. This hobby's dying anyway. Weird outliers won't be on the times and still doing this shit. We'll get away from it then. I did think about putting a piece of wood in there that would touch against the front of the 386 chassis that's under the desk. Well, I've been playing it with the shell sliding around all night. I've kind of gotten used to it. I've been in cars like that where the thing for adjusting the steering wheel's broken, and so it just slides around. There's a car I ride in regularly that has a loose seat. Makes it more fun. Like, life's no fun if everything's really safe. You know, as well as, I don't know, wherever that stay safe things, it's like, no, stop being a pussy. Do it dangerously, make it more dangerous. More fun. Maybe I like being in danger. You know, maybe I enjoy riding roller coasters, which are actually really, really safe. But try telling your brain that when the roller coaster's going really fast and making all sorts of weird noises that are totally normal, but it still elicits that response. Your brain thinks it's dangerous, and that's why it's fun. More so the wooden ones. I can appreciate a steel roller coaster, but it just looks like a CAD program has manifested in real life. You can tell it's been through like so many computer simulations, so we'll just make that bit a 1/4 inch thicker, we'll change the angle of it. It's like, no, at least on wooden ones, you're like, is this supposed to do that?
That's your best lap.
The whole structure, you can see it bending. They have this weird kick in the corners, you know, it feels like it's going to throw you out of the thing. You tend to only have a lap bar. Yeah, way more fun. A woody coaster any day over a steel one. Because they still have that feeling of danger, even though, like I said, they're actually really safe. You look at the track record for them, you're probably in more danger studying the line to get on the thing. But they're fun. And of course, I am of like Carney descent, so I could just be speaking propaganda. Carney. 1,000 tiny fingertips clawing at your spine. There's definitely a gap in the sort of leads that I can pull off from one zone to another. Some of these levels I'm fairly confident I probably could beat them on Expert again now. I took the wrong line though. That wasn't where I thought I was. when that happens. Yeah, if the tournament doesn't end after this race, I'm going to call it a night for this game. But you feel like it would end on Empire City, don't you? So I'm really not sure what to make of it. I'm sure I've been on 8 tracks already. Maybe I've miscounted. You know, the middle actually seems like a generally good line to take if you're any good at steering the car. Let's try that here. I don't know, it's a bit tight. Not too sure on that. And that bit's confusing though, it's a bit misleading in that spot. This bit isn't too bad unless you go in the sand apparently. I got such a lead, I'm really not too worried about faffing about with it, just testing lines. Can I get it back to 20 seconds before I cross the line? If we can just hold that would be nice. It's a nice sort of number, I like the sound of it.
You've won the race.
Oh yeah, the part count is still there. I could probably remove it, but I just quickly edited the thumbnail for something else from the UFO file. Athlon's and Durons suffered from being built like... Yeah, a lot of the motherboards were cheap crap, unfortunately. Sort of let them down a bit. I don't... I mean, your country, you say it's quite hard to ship things in and out. People don't want to pay it, do they? I mean, should we try and do one last race at this, see if the tournament ends there? Oh, will it just go on forever? Like, is the game busted? Fuck it, we'll do one more, and then I'll see if I can get Test Drive Off-Road 3. We'll do, like, a quick thing on it before I fuck off for the night, because it's late. I'm knackered.
3, 2, 1, go!
I mean, I ditched the pentathlon power supply, you know, I won't be selling those or anything, because it's like no one's going to buy it. Because no one's going to promote it, you know, they'll see who built the thing, and, you know, all they're going to do is just make a copy of it and promote that, say I never did it, ban me from it. I'm banned out of pretty much every community anyway. I'm not allowed on Vergons or VCF or really much of anything. Suddenly I'm having great difficulty controlling the game. Get out my way, I want to go this route. There we go. Yeah, you know no one would buy them from me. It would be everything that could be done to bury the fucking thing. You'd probably be met with the same response. These people really suck. Well, you always wonder how they'd be if you met them in real life, you know. You get the feeling they'd be really sort of nervously, overly friendly with you, but probably anything they could, like if you were at some sort of venue, they'd be going off and trying to find reasons to get security to drag you out. You know, they'd go and get some men to do it for them. Now those sorts of people cry bullies. Oh crap, I couldn't even see that. Oh well, that adds to the challenge. I'm still quite fascinated by the synth channels having like a set policy for me. Well, that's interesting. I reckon they will have it for other small timers. It won't just be me. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, that shit, man. You have to wonder... But you do have to wonder, how is it I don't have a job and they do? You know, it's like, what is wrong with the world? Like, I'm clearly better than these people at this thing. You know, it's... I'm just so obviously better at music than they are. I'm better at handling a synthesizer than they are. And yet I can't get employment doing that, and they're supposedly doing that as a livelihood. It's like, what is wrong with the world? What is wrong with people? You know, I should be making loads of money out of this. I'm probably one of the only people left on the planet who can actually do it, you know? And what are these people, what are they doing in that job? Like, you know, what's the fucking point of them? What's the point of them even existing? You know, would the world really miss them if they fell into like some sort of void and didn't come back? Probably not. You know, the world would probably be slightly better actually, you know? Everywhere I've been, it's always excuses to kick me out. I mean, look at VSE when I was on there. And the guy I was trying to buy off violated the rules, and they're telling me at my face, but the rules don't say that. It's like, I'm quoting the fucking rules page. No, I don't see that. It's like, you couldn't make this up much more, could you? You could tell these people are out of California by just the way they formulate the lie. I know there's decent people live in that state. It's a bit like Eurotardism. Or it's like, I don't hate Europeans, but the retardation in Europe is very specific. Like the retardation out of California is very specific. On YouTube it seems to be Europeans, and in the communities it seems to be Californians. You know, it's a little bit odd as far as electronic instruments went. You know, so they're flat out lying to my face about their own board rules just to try and kick me out. For fuck's sake, man. What's wrong with people? We got kicked out of Virgons just because somebody felt like it, you know? Amiibo, I didn't get kicked out of that, they just wouldn't approve my posts. They just never approved them. So, you know, that was a ban without it saying ban from the get-go. I don't even think a single post ever got approved. It's like, why did you ask me to join your fucking board if you're not, like, are you just trying to waste my time and piss me off? It's not going to piss me off that much, but you look kind of stupid. Petty fucking idiots, you know, they've not got anything better to do. I mean, this was years ago, obviously, but I don't give a fuck about that shit. That was a bunch of Eurotards. Oh, fucking hell, man, I'm making a pig's ear of this. You can tell I'm sort of burnt out with this now. But I don't want to let you go past, because then I won't win the race, will I? That was weird. Where's my pedals going bad? There's a friend of mine who smirks while she drives, and it is a little jarring sometimes when she goes to light the cigarette, because you do see the car like veering sort of. Oh yeah, man, I'm not out at this, haven't I? It's quite grueling, the tournament on this. It goes on for a long time. But yeah, I mean, there comes a point where there's just too much for you to be like, oh no, you know, no one's tried to bury her. It's like, if it was just one thing, you know, if I'd set foot on like VCF and they'd just been like, no, I don't like you, fuck off, and that was the only place that did it, it would be like, you know, alright, whatever, those people suck, and then you just forget about it and get on with your day. It's like everywhere I've been, you know, it was just past a certain point. Like, people who used to be fine with me, and then they just won't talk to you anymore. Really weird. It's like my main YouTube channel, most of the larger channels used to be subscribers of mine a long time ago, you know. And then they get the little tick marks or whatever, and that's it. They will never acknowledge you again. You're not part of our little club. Do whatever they can to bury you. You know full well that is why I got kicked out of Ergon's, right? That is what the real thing was. Well, you know, Phil's becoming a moderator. We can't have high treason competing with Phil's computer lab, so we can't have him round here. You know, people are clicking his links. You know, people are viewing what he's doing. That's competition, and he seems to be better at it, so we can't have that. That can't be allowed. He's not part of our elite little club. He's not one of us. He actually has individual opinions and does original research instead of just parroting the same shit to make people happy. That's not allowed. That's not, I mean, he's never sworn or been rude or threatened anybody on the boards. He's a little bit abrasive, but so there's like that Heart of Darkness guy and lots of other shit that was probably an admin running a stock account. Just, we can't have high treason competing. That's, I mean, I get that it's unfair, you know, I get that my skill set is way more developed, and I'm way better looking, and that, you know, I've probably got a larger penis and all these things that probably upset you that I have no control over, but you know, that's a lousy way of dealing with it. That's how spoiled little children and women deal with it that way. That's a woman thing to sabotage. You know, they'll sabotage the other women because they feel threatened by them. As a man, you don't do that. As a man, you respect somebody who's, you know, going for the same thing you are. You know, you actually tend to... I mean, it's like, say, if you do a combat sport, right? Everyone else who's, you know, say you're a wrestler, everyone else who's doing wrestling in that, like, weight category you're in that fucking competition there, like, they're all competing for the same prize you are. But you don't sabotage, you don't go, oh, I'm going to get that guy kicked out of the wrestling organisation. You go, I respect that guy, he's put a lot of effort into what he's done. You know, you shake the dude's hand like, hey man, you know, let's have a good fair match. You know, let's do this, man. You know, we're on an equal footing here, may the best man win this. You congratulate the guy if he beats you. You know, you tell him it was well done, you fire and square, man. Let's go and have a beer later on, you know. These people aren't like that. They take the bitchy woman approach and like, oh, sabotage the guy every time. It's like you got no fucking testosterone in you, have you little fucking sissy? And that's how I know how you'd behave if I met you in real life when I was on about that. Well, they'd be like, oh, it's nice to meet you in person. Security, can you kick him out? He's got threatening demeanour. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I've been doing this shit a long time. I've known a lot of people and I've said a lot of bullshit. I know how people are. I an asshole? Yeah, probably. Good. Whatever. Yeah, I actually think that might be the better line there if you can pull it off, you know. You seem to come out of that bend a lot quicker doing that. I'm definitely stopping this game once I've got over that finish line though. That is... I am burnt out from this tournament. Oh shit, no, don't be doing that. Get me over that line.
Congratulations, you placed first.
Don't need any more speed. To mention, we have that lasting reputation that we're all a bunch of lying scammers. I want to put it past that businessman would rather partner with anyone, but probably. They make their own exclusive club. How about we make our own one too? I think we are, aren't we? I mean, you don't see that many people active in, like, you know, my Discord or anything, do you? We're sort of the outliers, I think. A little bit too scary for these people, I guess. Yeah, overwrite the file. Oh, that's enough Need for Speed for one day. Let me see if I can get Test Drive going real quick. I haven't played that in years. It'll be fun to fire it up just for a minute. I've still got Manhattan Project mounted. You know, I do like Duke Manhattan Project, but man, is that game jank at times. I really don't think they had enough time to finish that thing. Settings. Do I have to fiddle with the controllers in there? Not sure. Let's find out. This game controls bad with the wheel. Oh shit, get me out of this copyrighted music. I still have that album. Surfer King Cool. It's a Diesel Boy album. Using bug when the headlights don't follow. I forgot about that. Oh no. No. It doesn't scale very well, this, does it? Does this load automatically? We'll find out. Controls. Joystick. Oh, here we go. Oh, this won't work because you can only... It is only XY because you just bind the controls to what's on the joystick and not what's on... So I don't think you'll be able to drive. To have no gas and no brake, I would have to just keep my foot in the middle of the pedal. But have a go at it. We'll see if it can be done. This is quite a crashy sort of game. Let's go on that track. Oh yeah, we've got to do the Wrangler, haven't we? For old time's sake. I am only doing this one race on this. But yeah, it controls quite badly with a steering wheel. It is drivable, but even with a wheel that works properly, it feels like you automatically want to overcompensate. It's quite flirty the way this definitely didn't go for the realism like Need for Speed tried to. This just wants to be a bouncy arcade game. I think it is actually responding to the other pedal. That's weird. We'll find out at the end if the car starts going backwards. We'll know, or if I crash it somewhere and have to... Do you remember when I did that thing on the PlayStation, when I played the whole game with this Jeep, with no upgrades, and I got all the gold cups? That was pretty fun and pretty stupid. I mean, nobody gives a fuck about this game, do they? You know, that was a fun bit of goofing around. I don't think I have the sort of free time to do that anymore. I always said I'd come back and beat that New Orleans track, but I don't think we'll ever do it now. Never say never. Maybe when I'm really old, I'll come back and do it. When I get to retire and I can just fuck about all day. Midnight, show the stars and you. It smells bad when I have a pole. The toilet, it is overflowing, and me turds are glowing. Think I ate some glue. Do, 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 do. Midnight, show the stars and you. Yours that set the fucking the copy wrong detection off. It's like, no, we won't rumble you for playing Diesel Boy, we'll just rumble you for... Do you know what, other than the odd fuck up, I think I can still drive in this game. Like, I've forgotten the ideal line, but... I think I can still drive pretty good in this, actually. I had to learn every bump in the track like that for that thing I did. You know, it was an unreasonable amount of time I put into doing that. Yes, the other thing with analog controls on this is the accelerator pump thing. It's really hard to do. It's really optimised for a button gas pedal. I think it does respond to both pedals. Even though it doesn't say it does, seems to do it. Yeah, fascinating. I reckon that's it. Let's go for the old tradition. We might as well. Because it's on the machine, so why break tradition? You might as well. Will Solitaire, and then I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I've had fun today, I'll be honest. It's not been the most gripping or engaging thing. It was never going to be. I quite enjoyed this. You know, it was a nice, easy one. I was worried that if I dug out like Fears to Fathom today, I'd maybe end up hating the game just because I'm tired, when it wouldn't be the game's fault. Obviously, like I say, I want to restart Andy and Lele soon to get the alternate paths. I really like that game, but that game is mentally exhausting to play, and so there was no way I could do that today. So that's for next week, hopefully. If all works out, which is never a guarantee. We'll see where things lead. Well, I could put that jack out there. I can move that. Ah! You know, I already know this is going to suck. I'll just start again, I think. I had all the aces out though. Maybe that was actually good. I don't know. I always end up playing this when I'm tired, don't I? Oh yeah, which machine was it that couldn't play Test Drive Off-Road 3? Wasn't it that K6 that I had? I mean, the K6 I have now isn't great at it, but you can sort of play it, at least by my standards. But, I mean, we know what my idea of playable is, and I don't know that it lines up with other people's idea of what constitutes being playable. Especially not the Zoomers, you know. The Zoomers, I don't think, would really tolerate anything below about 60 frames a second. They're a funny lot, the Zoomers. They probably won't like me because I tend to chase their women. They're more tolerable than the women in my generation. They are actually, though, because they're like just really self-absorbed. So they're quite easy to deal with in that regard. They're far more receptive to masculine qualities. They don't seem to be frightened of it like the Gen Y girls are. So, you know, they're pretty horrible in a lot of ways. But whatever, you know. Like they've reached adulthood now, you know, a few of them, so they're far game once they reach adulthood, you know. So, I'll ever regret that later. There we go. Yeah, it's not going too bad, this, actually. I still hate this game. Yeah, that failed K6, that was such a fucking weird fucking thing. Young children, they'll tolerate crap frame rates. I don't really have anything much to do with those. The only children I know don't play games, really. Or not like that. But I don't have much to do with kids. I'm not considered kid-friendly. I'm a little bit too sort of vulgar, I think, for a lot of people. I tend to teach them bad habits, children. Like, you put me around children, one of two things happens. The children will really like me, and so they'll start emulating me and look up to me, or they'll really hate me. And they're the only two possible outcomes when you put me anywhere near a child. Which is kind of amusing. Especially when they go for the whole sort of, you know, like, well, they seem to actually kind of like me. It gets to be quite funny, because they'll start emulating my behaviour, and it doesn't necessarily go down very well with the parents. It's like, well, you know, you're the one who invited me here. I didn't even know you had kids. I did warn you that, you know, I'm not really great around children. I don't really know how to interact with them, because I've never had any of my own. Well, I probably will teach them to rummage in bins and, you know, do disgusting things like pick their nose. I taught my niece to pick her nose because she kept getting told off for it. And I was like, look, I get it. I'm a grown-up. I'll pick my nose. Everybody picks their nose. The trick is to just not let other people see you picking your nose. So if you want to pick your nose, say that you need to take a dump or something, go in the bathroom and pick your nose to your heart's content, and just wash your hands when you're done. You'll be fine. So, you know, should you teach kiddies these sorts of things? I think so, because you're just teaching them, like, the real way of doing it. It's like, no, this is what people do in the world. Everybody picks their nose. Don't let anybody tell you they don't. Anyone tells you they don't pick their nose, they're a liar. Never trust anything they say to you from that point forward. And we wonder why they don't like me being around their offspring, you know, when we're teaching them these sorts of things. I can move that 5, but it's not really going to help me any. So that's 7 I need to move. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, I can move that 4. Do I have a 5 of whatever the fuck those are? Don't think I do. Shit. Oh, that's under there. Ah, crap. Ah, damn it. And I don't have another black 5, do I? Oh, I do. Okay, I'll do it that way then. I said we'll do it that way then. Right. Of course, getting rid of that is going to be its whole... all I need is a black king, damn it. I've been robbed. I've been ripped off. It's a queen, isn't it? I mean, I could build that, possibly, but I don't have the cards to build it. It's rigged. Game's rigged. It's cheating. The sad thing with the whole, like, having kids thing is, one of the reasons I never really tried to do that myself was because I just thought I would be a terrible parent. And having seen what other people are like, well, I probably would have actually been quite good at that. Like, I probably wouldn't have been too bad at it. I would have probably actually made a decent enough father. Of course, good luck doing anything like that when you're when you're a Generation Y male with, you know, fairly masculine qualities, and you live in a communist shithole, you're not exactly what the ladies were looking for. They wanted their little silent chugging losers, and of course now they've started to notice, like, now they're feeling a bit older and vulnerable, like, he can't really do much. He's not really going to be able to protect them as they get old. They're very aware of this, and so now they're trying to, it's like, nah, you had your chance. Now you can look on from the distance at what you could have had. You know, you'll never have it, because I'm too smart. You know, I know what you like, and I know what you've done in your life, and I'm not into that. And I ain't inheriting fucking silence fucking kiddies. And you'd do everything you could stay in his good books, I guarantee it, because you'd want him to use him as a fucking piggy bank. You know, so you still want him to be buying you things. You guarantee. You know what women are like. You can't fucking trust them with this shit. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to say things like this, but I don't really care. Where the world is going, I don't think I'd want to bring more living through. No, well, that's the thing as well, like, is how sort of shitty the world's gone. You know, is it really far to raise them into this environment? Not really sure it is. Still quite entertained by my little trolling spree when I was doing the Manhattan Project. The whole thing about, you know, would you slap? Would you slap a child? Okay, so let's say you would. Would you slap a woman? And it's weird, the amount of people I've known, oh no, you can't do that. It's like, well, then you're insulting the woman, aren't you? You're saying she's even more fragile than a little kid. You know, he's saying she can't handle it, and she's got no agency. That implies she's not responsible for her own actions, doesn't it? That's not good. I don't think you should be saying things like that. You know, that's like, you know, really stripping someone of their own agency. How on earth, how can you bring yourself to do that? That's just cruel. There was a little troll that I was doing, you know. I'm surprised nobody got angry about it. Unsuccessful troll was unsuccessful, I guess. Okay. What's this other stack I haven't built? Oh, I get it. I see. There we go. It all makes sense now. Wait a minute. It all makes sense now. I won! Oh great, I'm the best at this game, you know. I really like this game. This is like the best game, because I win at it all the time. Draw one, I think, is really the noob's way of playing it, and I still lose so often. As I say, I do have a tendency to play this when I'm knackered, so it probably isn't helping. Yeah, what an eventful day. There we go. Well, I'll turn this darn machine off, and I will call it a night. But to anyone who tuned in, thank you very much. You know, it was never going to be a big, groundbreaking, eventful thing. This was... Oh, no, is it going to lock up here? I've got the Ethernet plugged in. That's usually good enough. Oh, I've got this pack of cards. I could do it with actual cards. I mostly just bought those to, like, try and get that fucking tough girl to do something. Said she wanted to play cards, but didn't know how to play them. Oh, no! Well, this is no good, is it? It's fucking... It's broken. You can can just feel the heat radiating out of the machine. What a winner. That thing's amazing. I will miss it if it breaks down. I'm hoping it's just having temporary mood swings. But that's it. I'm out. I'm done for the night. So, you know, thanks for watching. I'll see you around. And like I say, I'm going to try and stream on Tuesday and Thursday next week, because we missed at least 1 week somewhere. I lost track of time, to be honest. We've got to make up for that. And then pre-recorded stuff, there might be longer parts that are farther apart for a while, especially as we are in the summer. So I want to go outside. I've got other things to do, plenty of other things I want to do. And yeah, that's just how it is. Oh, real quick. Yeah, I got a mice today. I thought this thing was cool. It's just a little resin carving, but I quite like him. Little mices. I like mice. They're one of my favourite animals. Got that from a church. Anyways, I'm out. That's all.